POV, you tried the kettlebell weight shift to open up your tight hips and now you do them every day. But what this viral clip doesn't show are the common mistakes that can make this exercise a complete waste of time or the ultimate drill to instantly improve your hip mobility. This move looks simple, but the kettlebell weight shift is an excellent way to open up your hips and stretch tight adductor groin muscles that can otherwise lead to movement breakdown when lifting, like knee cave. Now, unlike most groin stretches you've tried before, this exercise also engages your glute muscles while stretching your groin for better carryover to better quality movement after performing. Now, before I show you how to perform this exercise, let's first test your hip mobility. One thing we know is that tight groin muscles will often limit hip opening or external rotation mobility. One way we test for that is to lay on your back and you're gonna cross your heel to your opposite side knee. Lay flat and keep your pelvis from tipping side to side. So hold your pelvis in place and let your knee drop out just as far as it can. This is called the Faber test. Now, those who have a very tight groin will often not be able to drop it very far. And I see a lot of people that have back, hip, or knee issues that often have a big side to side difference where they can open really far on one side, but have a restriction side to side. Now, if this is you, the kettlebell weight shift may be an excellent exercise for you. To perform, assume a kneeling position with a light kettlebell or dumbbell in front of your hips. Start by externally rotating your top hip by squeezing your glutes. Think open your knee to the side. Then shift knee over toe until you feel a light groin stretch while keeping your chest upright. Now there's two common mistakes a lot of people make that limit the effectiveness of this stretch. The first, if we look from a side view, is people will hinge their hips back. But when you hinge, you actually take a lot of that stretch off of your groin. So the real reason that we even use a weight, you really don't need to go very heavy with this, is just to extend the hips forward. Push your hips forward until you feel them hit the weight. Then stay nice and tall, then shift knee over toe. And you'll find you really don't have to go very far when you use that technique until you feel a stretch in the groin. Now the second most common problem is to just not be in the right angle of the top leg for your body. For some people, they really need more of an angle forward. Others can be way more open to the side. So play around with different angles of your foot until you find which one brings out the desired groin stretch in this top hip. What's interesting is that research on similar dynamic adductor weight shift stretches has shown movements like this can improve proprioception and single leg balance immediately afterwards, making it a great option before lifting or playing a sport. Now, this exercise isn't a magic fix for everyone, but for the right person, it can be an incredible hip mobility tool. Let's see if it's right for you. Let's retest the Faber drill that we did earlier in today's video, and let's see if there was a change. Drop a comment and let me know how much your Faber test changed. Pelvis stays level, let the hip drop down as far as possible. Now, if you saw a huge change, it just shows that this exercise may be an incredible drill for you to use as a warm-up that'll help open your hips before your next workout. Now, if you're looking for any more hip mobility videos, check out this one next. And if you're dealing with any aches and pains anywhere in your body, check out my injury fix book, Rebuilding Milo.